And I think all the women are doing the same. Farama focuses on self worth. The moment you understand your self worth, what is your self worth? Because this is God given, this is divine, and this is how you're going to be able to shut out the glasses and go and play big. So we really have we have all these amazing women sharing their stories to really make a change and bring about difference. And not only that, we have our expert contributors who are always, apart from Divya, although we have Divya here today, we also have other women who are always contributing to us. And we have Monica Bradley in the business section, and she really gives us the difference between growth and scaling. And that is a good way in which we are going to be able to play big as a women. And I think you're going to learn a lot from that. And we also have another woman, I think an expert, that is Anjasti, and she talks about goals, especially during her audacious goals, really that are big enough to make you go and achieve your goals. So once you think about this type of goals, this is how you're going to be able to play big and know that you can. Playing big is for us as it is for every woman. These women have already demonstrated all of that. Thank you, Monique, for joining us here. Thank you. In the Play Big, Monique, thank you so much. It is a Play Big time, and we're encouraging every woman to play big at this point in time. We also have other women who have written around the mind and body section, gut health, really looking after your health. And this is Crystal Johnson. She is really a new person in our expert contributors, but she's talking about looking after your health. The moment you look after your health, you'll be able to play big. We also have another lady, that is Christina Collison. Christina talks about running and looking after your health as well. And all these women are trying to inspire us to understand what it means to play big, and their stories as well as their strategies will help you to see the possibility of this. This is all about seeing the possibilities of playing big. This part of the issue, this is one of the issues that is tied to my heart, and you will understand why. This is because I've always admired people play big. I always see them and I want to be them. So at this point in time, I thought, why not actually pull them closer, get to know, understand their stories, understand their beliefs, understand how they conquered themselves. So this is our moment, ladies, and this is a moment for us to get these stories, shake up our lives, and be able to play big. Thank you, Monique. Thank you so much for being there and joining us. And we're calling for all the women to be able to subscribe to the Stellar Woman magazine, to subscribe to this issue 12 of the Stellar Woman magazine, to be able to tap into these stories, to be able to tap into these strategies. They are amazing, amazing strategies. And I would like you to achieve that. And I talk about mindfulness being a center, a really, really, really good, important aspect. The moment you understand where you are in your thought process, and for me, that was very important, because sometimes you're thinking things, but you're not realizing that you're thinking about impossibilities. You're having disempowering beliefs, and you're activating that in your life. So being mindful is a good way for us to really start and find our place and then set the pace of where we're going to go. So read my article in there. And there's also an article that I write about identity shift. We need to have identity shifts. Once you have an identity shift, you're going to see yourself identifying with those who play big. And once you do that identity shift, you find yourself in new zones, new circles, and doing exactly what those people do. And some people talk about it as proximity, but proximity actually starts in the mind, and it starts with you elevating your identity. And that's something that I call for women, because the moment you think about yourself as small, as a person who can't do, you cannot do. you cannot get anywhere. So something has to change within before the outer world manifests itself. So playing big requires us going inside. And then I also talk about strategies for helping you to actually launch and scale so that you can leave a legacy. We want to leave meaningful legacies. That's what a stellar woman is about. It's about a woman who is leaving a meaningful legacy. Yes, Monique, thank you so much for joining us. Divya, do you want to add something to playing big here as we really encourage people to subscribe to this issue of the Stellar Woman magazine?
Well, here's what I'm going to say: challenge yourself. It is very important to, what happens one day blends into another day, and another day blends into another day, and then lo and behold, we are already into the mid of 2025. So I want you to think about it. It's only July 2nd. What is on your plate for the rest of 2025, and how can you play big, not for anybody else, but just for yourself?
That's fantastic. How can you play big? Not, sorry, can you repeat that?
How can you play big? So, not by anybody else's standards,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah,
by
yeah.
your standards and for yourself, just for yourself.
Just for yourself. We want to play big just for ourselves first. That's what's important. Not to just follow, but to also first understand how we can play big just for ourselves. The small steps
Mhm.
that you can take to in terms of playing big. Very good. Very good, very good. Okay, so I don't know if there. I can see Monique has been really is excited for the issue. Thank you so much, Monique. We know that you are always there and always excited to be part of the Stellar Woman magazine. Definitely. So we would like everyone to subscribe to this issue and learn how these women play big. How are they putting themselves into spaces, even if what you're going to find that they are not really having everything on a saucer. They are actually working their way from one step. One of the women, I think it's Ellie, she just puts post up notes as she starts to learn to walk again, learning to walk again. You can imagine. And how did she get to the point where she is a bestseller? She's a mouth award winning entrepreneur, speaker, and she does amazing things. In all of these things, she has had to surpass from one step at a time, and she encourages you to move one word at a time and talks about your inner language as well, the things you say to yourself. So this is where we are all really excited, and I know that you two are excited, and I can't wait to hear what you have to say about this issue. We are just going to wait for you to give us more about what your experience is with the Stellar Woman magazine. And if you have any questions, please let us know. But don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe and leave a comment. These expert contributors like Divya, they would like to know if there's been a shift that you have made because you have read her article, for example. Do let us know. And some people do always let us know. And for when you let us know, you will get something. There's always something behind there. But also in the Stellar Woman magazine, I want to also let you know that we are actually launching the Unstoppable book series. That is the Stellar Woman magazine, as well as Divya Perka. Divya, do you want to say something before we close off about the Unstoppable book series?
Absolutely. So, unstoppable, we know that you're unstoppable. You may be thinking, oh, I don't have a story to tell, but here's what I'll share with you. If you're here and if you're listening, then you have done something in your life where you moved beyond where you wanted to be because you're eager, you're anxious, you're hungry. So, we are going to be sharing the book series, and we are going to do that only bringing in the elite women. So, if you have taken even one step forward, so reach out to us and let us know. We would love to feature you.
Amazing, amazing. This is going to be exciting. And as well as you can hear, the title is about Unstoppable. And we are just looking for women who are ready to just go, to put both their feet and go all the way. But I can tell you that we have Divya here with all her expertise, with all the books that she's written. Divya, how many books have you written so far? Published?
Like 12 or 13 books.
12 or 13 books, and you've helped hundreds of people
Right.
really to become best-selling authors. And this time she's doing it with the Stellar Woman magazine, and we are also going to feature you in the magazine, so your story has double provision. And there is actually more in there. There is more in there. So this playing big is all encompassing. It also gives you a launch pad, and that is the Unstoppable. That's where you start to actually play big. So do let us know if you want to be part of the movement of the Unstoppable and join us. Send your inquiries to the Stella at the StellaWomanMag.com, so that we can be able to add you to the total group. So we love you, and we know that if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to please contact us. And we are thankful and so grateful that you have always been here with us, supporting the Stellar Woman magazine, and also taking action towards all that knowledge that has been shared with you and making a change. We hope you're making a change. We have had several changes. We have one of the most amazing things is a magazine launch, and that magazine is called Dementia Help Line. And that magazine, someone was initiated by this, was inspired by the Stellar Woman magazine, and she is killing it right now. She launched Dementia Helpline magazine, which has been, there are lots of other stories, but I just wanted to add that in as a way in which to inspire you to take action and see that you can help others to also take action. And we're always lucky to get the support of other women. And this is what the Stellar Woman has been about. It has been held by pillars of support of amazing women like Divya. So thank you so much to all our contributors for making this possible. And thank you for the women who always come and share their stories and their strategies. And to all of you, our subscribers, for continuously being the support that we always bank on. And take action and play big. Until next time, bye-bye from me.
Bye bye. And we are celebrating you. So celebrate yourself and play big. Bye bye.
Yes, fantastic. Celebrate yourself and play big. Until next time, bye-bye. Bye.